Okay, this is a section 8.4 recap for those of you who were unable to complete the Big Ideas assignment for section 8.4. If you'd like to go back and reference some of the theorems and the proportional instincts we talked about to help you get through that assignment, this video should help you with that. So if you recall, last Wednesday, we started out by working on something we called proportional instincts. So we did these problems right here before even learning the lesson. And we said 24 is to 15 as 18 is to x. And we stayed consistent, either top to bottom and then back to the right, top to bottom. Or you could also go left to right. 24 over 18 equals 15 over x. Final answer, 11.25. For number 2, many of you went with the over the top method. 16 over 15 equals x over 18. Or you could stay consistent and use 16 over x is equal to 15 over 8, cross multiply, x is equal to 19.2. The final one we solved was for what's called an angle bisector. This segment VT cuts the angle SVU in half as indicated by the loops. So now we have some pieces here, a full side length in 24 and the piece that it goes with on the left, 14. We have a full side length of 48 on the right and its piece that it goes with x. So many of you set up something like this. 24 is to 48 equals 14 over x. You could have also went 24 is to 14 as 48 is to x. Either way, x is equal to 28. And so what we really talked about was developing your proportional instincts, staying consistent, setting things up that line up, and whether we're going top to bottom, then going back top to bottom, or if we're going left to right, starting back on the left and then going left to right. So here were the theorems that we went over that were illustrated in those 3 warm-up problems. If you have a segment in a triangle that is parallel to the third side, the pieces that are created on each of the 2 sides, A and B, and then C and D, there's going to be a proportion between those 2. So you could go A over B equals D over C, or over the top, A over D equals B over C. So long as you stay consistent, you'll get something that works. The converse of that is that if you have those 4 pieces, A, B, C, and D, and you notice that they are proportional, so at this point you don't know this line TU is parallel, if you can show that A over B equals D over C, or A over D equals B over C, then your conclusion is the lines are parallel, and now we know that they would be parallel. And here were some direct follow-ups we did here. Number 1, solving for YZ, 35 over X equals 44 over 36 over the top method, or you could do 35 over 44 equals X over 36. Both result in that rounded answer of 28.6. Number 2, determine whether or not they're parallel. We set it up. 90 over 72 equals 50 over 40 over the top method. We cross multiply and see that they're the same, or we divide and see that they're both 1.25. That works. They are proportionate. Therefore, PS is parallel to QR. And then the shoe rack problem, we put in the values that they give us and we cross multiply or divide and see that they are not proportional. Therefore, that is why BD is not parallel to AE. Then the final 2 theorems we talked about, the 3 lines parallel. If we have 3 lines parallel indicated by the red arrows, cut by 2 transversals, that creates 4 pieces, A, B, C, and D. So you can go down the line, A over B equals, go back to the left, D over C, or A over D equals B over C over the top. As long as you stay consistent, that will give you something that works. And finally, the angle bisector, as we mentioned in the warm-up problem, creates 4 pieces as well. You could go full length A lining up with full length D equals, go back to the left, partial piece B over partial piece C, or you could go A over B equals D over C. So hopefully that video helps you get through the Big Ideas assignment, just in case you need to go back and reference something a little bit more concrete than the notes that will help you get through those problems.